How's it going today, guys? Trucks and Water here, and Little Man's with us. He's in the backseat of the taco right now. But this is not a Colby and a taco vlog. This vlog is going to be about what you all need to learn from me and when it comes to building trucks. And the reason why I say that is I just turned 29 years old at the beginning of this month, so I'm almost 30. I have been in the truck scene with YouTube and everything since I was like 20-ish, somewhere around there, 20-ish years old. So I have seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I've been to a lot of meets. And I'm going to give you all some advice, which I wish I would have learned or have listened to people when I was younger. It would have saved me a lot of time and a lot of headache and probably a lot of money, to be honest with you. So in this video, we'll be going over how you should honestly, properly build a truck. Say hi to everybody, Bubba's. Say hi. All right. Well, anyways, guys, we're going to go over this real quick. First off, if you've been with the channel for a long time and you've seen me grow, you know I had a Chevy K1500 Silverado, 96 model year. And that was a good truck. That's what helped me build this channel. And in all honesty, me, Bad Z71, and Matthew Z71 were the first ones to really put the OBSs really on social media and YouTube, building them and stuff like that. Me and Matthew Z71 don't have the trucks anymore. Bad Z71 still does. But anyways, what I learned from that is it was a great truck, don't get me wrong. I love that platform, but it was still an older truck. It broke down. It needed parts fixed just besides modding it. I should have known better and not have modded that truck the way I did until I've gotten a more daily-ish driver in the sense of like a car or a little truck or something of that nature. So like that truck itself, I should have let it, parked it, modified it, and not just drove it as my daily like I did, unfortunately. So now we move on to my Tacoma. Back in 2022, I bought this Tacoma because my Chevy was having some major issues, like you saw way back. If you've been with the channel a long time, you know what happened with that. I sold the truck off. But I bought this truck in intent to keep the K1500, but in the sense of I fell in love with this truck the more I drove it, so I modified it in 3.5-inch kit and 33s. Now granted, knock on truck, this has been a fantastic truck, don't get me wrong, and I'm not complaining whatsoever about this truck. But in the sense of the K1500, I should have kept it stock. I mean, it did LED lights and tint, of course, but not lifted it and spent the money on doing that if I wanted to keep modifying and building my K1500. I should have kept the Tacoma stock. And I learned my lesson when it comes to that. Like, if you buy a daily, especially if you're making payments on it, do not modify unless it's the only truck you're modifying, and or you have a secondary vehicle you don't plan on modifying whatsoever. Jump back in the truck because it's getting hot out. So what would I have done differently, guys? Well, what would I have done differently, as little man's having fun back there, is I would have probably bought a daily in the sense of a tiny truck, a car, you know, whatsoever looking. Back when I was younger, my ego, my pride, and all that got in the way of a lot of things. I will fully admit to that. I'm humble enough to admit to that because I thought if I didn't have a modified truck, I didn't have a modified vehicle, I wouldn't be seen as cool or where the case might be. Now, granted, I don't regret it because I met a lot of amazing people, had a lot of amazing experiences, but in the long run, it cost me more money than it should have daily driving a modified vehicle like my K1500. I wish I would have listened to my parents on that. They'd say, like, you know, buy a daily driver car or something. I didn't want to be seen as that uncool guy. And I regret not doing that because I probably would have still had the K1500 today if I would have done it. Now, granted, my plans for the future, yeah, I probably am going to buy another K1500 and modify it and everything of that nature. But I should have done it back then when I had the chance and not wait till now, to my late 20s to early, almost 30 to realize where I screwed up in that sense. So guys, if you plan on modifying your daily driver like you have a truck, get a secondary vehicle, whether it's a mini truck, a tiny little Tacoma or something like that you don't modify, or a car or something along that nature. Save yourself the hassle, save yourself the money, and do it, and it'll help you out in the long run. Trust me when it comes to that. A lot of this, where it stems from also, is social media. Now guys, what you gotta realize about social media is you're only seeing a highlight reel of someone's life. You're only seeing the best parts of someone's life. You have no idea what they're going through. They could be in debt up to their eyeballs. They could be miserable. A lot of guys you see on social media, these super modified trucks, have daily drivers that they don't show. That it's just a car or something. They just drive around. They don't drive their modified truck unless it's for an event or cruising or date night or whatever the case might be. Social media will rob you of a lot of things, like how to modify a vehicle. Modify it the way you want to modify it. Do not let anyone tell you differently in the sense of that. Please do not do that. It's not worth it. Modify it the way you want to, and don't let anyone else tell you differently. But you also got to realize social media is somewhat fake and somewhat just a highlight reel. Nobody is that perfect. Nobody has a perfect life to that nature. And a lot of people try to present that like, oh, I'm Mr. Great, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, whatever. It doesn't work like that, I'm telling you. So don't base it off social media. Don't base it off whatever weird trends going on. Modify it the way you want to modify. Spend your money how you want to spend it, whether it's leveling kit or a 14-inch lift kit or any level lift kit. Doesn't matter. Modify it the way you want to, with the stance you want, and everything of that nature, and you will be happy with it more than just trying to follow trends and everything of that nature. So that basically leads me to my last point. Just do what you want, guys. Look, it's your money. You do what you want. But if you want to save money in the long run, please buy yourself a daily driver. It's going to be so worth it. A car, a mini truck, whatever the case might be. Do what's right. Don't do it based on your ego, and make sure you look good. And look at, guys, I'm telling you from personal experience. Trucks do not get girls. 9 times out of 10, you are not getting a girl because of a truck. That 1 time out of 10 is a very rare occasion, and more than likely, she just likes you for your truck and actually because of you. When I met my wife, she had no idea who I was. She had no idea the truck and or trucks I had. She had no idea what I do in the truck scene or whatnot. We met because of me, not because of something I had. And that's what you want to do, guys. Dating Advice 101 with Trucks and Water. But what I'm trying to say is nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, but learn from each other's mistakes. I wish I listened to my mom and dad. I really did. They told me to get a daily driver, and I did not listen because I wanted to be cool. And it ended up biting me in the long run, cost me way more money than it should have, and a lot more heartache and headache. So, with that being said, guys, comment down below what you think. Please share this with people, especially if you're a dad that has kids, especially guys that are about to get their licenses and stuff like that, or are going to modify a vehicle. Share this video with them. But I hope you all like this video. If you like this video, leave a like, new to the channel. Please subscribe to the Trucks and Water family. We're constantly growing, changing, trying new and better things. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, never give up on your dreams.